Hey guys, it's Karrie and I am back with another weekly chat video. I hope the lighting is okay. From looking at the viewfinder a few minutes ago, it seems to be okay. It is a rainy day in Nashville today and it doesn't appear that the sun is really shining whatsoever, so it's kind of dark, and so it may be messing with the lighting. And on that note, I wanted to kind of mention one other thing really quickly before I jumped into the rest of this chat. In some of my Sunday outfit videos that I do, I film those before I go to church on Sunday morning, and a lot of times it's still kind of dark outside a little bit. I mean, it's not like bright and sunshiny a lot of the times, and I noticed when I edit those that the lighting is not that great. So I'm sorry about that, but there's not a lot I can do about it, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And let's move on past that. How have you guys been doing this week? I hope it has been an awesome week for you. My week has been pretty good. It feels like it's been really, really busy, but then I got to thinking, what have I actually done this week? And I'm like, well, maybe not that busy, but it feels like it has been. Quickly, I'm going to get into a little bit of eBay stuff this week. I have sold 7 items as of the filming of this video, and I have been paid for 6 of those items. And the 7th item just sold, like, I want to say a couple hours ago, and I haven't been paid for it yet, but I'm not too worried about that one right now. It's when it goes past a couple of days that I start going, they're not going to pay me. But other than that, it's not been a bad week with the sales. I will tell you, I was getting a little bit antsy. I sold a few things last Saturday after the filming of my last week's chat video, but after that, I didn't sell anything till Tuesday, so I went Sunday and Monday, which it kind of makes me a little antsy, I will admit that. I do like to sell at least one thing every day. That kind of makes me feel really good about selling stuff. It's like, I'm like, get the stuff out of here. I just want it to move, get out. Anyway, I've got a couple of, I'm looking, three eBay stories, but one of them, 2 of the stories is about the same item. So one of the things I sold last Saturday, I was getting ready to print the shipping label. So I was looking at it, and then I saw the address, and I went, what? I kind of did like a double take, and I went, that literally, I could have walked to the address that the person had bought it. I was like, that is really, really close. I did look at it 2 or 3 times just to make sure. I'm like, yep, I know exactly where that is. So I emailed the person. I said, oh, by the way, I was getting ready to print the shipping label, and I noticed that you and I are very close. Would you like me to deliver it to you? And honestly, I didn't hear back from her on Saturday. It was sometime Sunday morning, probably 11 or so. She finally emailed me back. I'm like, if I don't hear from her by Monday, because she waited a good 15 hours probably before emailing me back. And so I'm like, if I don't hear back from her, I'm just going to email her back, say I didn't hear from you, so I'm going to go ahead and ship the item. But I didn't know if she was going to be comfortable with it, because yeah, I saw her address, but she may not be comfortable for me to come to her house. I wasn't really 100% comfortable with it, but I basically said, I can deliver it to you and I will refund your shipping back. So we actually ended up doing that. I heard back from her, and so we ended up doing that. I refunded her shipping, and I have not heard anything about, she never emailed me and said anything after that, so she has not left me feedback as of the filming of this, and I delivered it to her Sunday of last week. So I think, you know, I would have really appreciated some feedback and say, hey, this was really nice of her. She didn't have to do that, but anyway, it is what it is. My second 2 stories is about my Louis Vuitton Speedy. I still have it. It has a lot of interest, but so far no buyers. The first one emailed me and said, let me back up and digress just a little bit. I've been going back and forth on the prices on this bag. If you've been watching for a while, you know where I'm at. So what I finally kind of decided to do is to lower the price to $650 and then mark it buy now only, or uncheck the box that allows people to make an offer. Because when people make an offer, it's always coming in at hundreds less than I want. So I thought, I'm just going to leave it at $650. I think that's a fair price. The bag is in great condition, and it is close to about 40 to 45% off of a brand new one. It is 3 years old, but It is in excellent condition. The handles have not even patinaed that much. They have a little bit, but it's in great condition. So I thought I'm just going to do the buy it now. That way, if they do the buy it now, they have to pay now, and I'll get what I want. So I got an email from somebody who says, please let me have it for $450 because that's all the money I have, and it's my birthday. And I'm like, no, for a couple reasons. Number one, if that's all the money that you have, I would feel horrible for taking somebody's money if that's all they had. I mean, I was like, if that's all the money you got, don't be buying stuff. Anyway, maybe they just meant that was all the money they had to buy something, and it literally wasn't their entire bank account. I hope that's what they meant. And second of all, I'm not going to just accept $200 less and then give you free shipping on top of all that just to give you what you want. No, that's not how this works. Then my next eBay story about the same Louis Vuitton Speedy bag. I got an email from this lady, and she was found out later she was in Texas, and she says, is this the lowest you can do on the shipping? And I have the shipping listed at $30. That is high. I do realize that. And so I'm like, you know what? I said, email me your zip code and I will figure out the exact cost of shipping from me to you, and I would be willing to do that. And so she emailed me her zip code, and that's how I found out she was in Texas. And so I went to the post office's website, and I put in her zip code, my zip code, and I put in the weight of the item. I weighed everything with the box that I was going to ship it in. I added on insurance because, I'm getting that insured. And then I added on a signature as well, because at that price, number one, yes, I'm getting the insurance, the extra insurance. And number two, at that price, I want to make sure the buyer signs for it, or at least somebody that the buyer is willing to let take possession of that item to sign for it. So when I added all of that on there, it was going to be $31.40, which is more than I was charging her for shipping. So I emailed it back. I broke it all down. I said, this is the amount that it would cost for me to ship it to you. This is the amount that it's going to cost for the insurance, and this is the amount that it's going to cost for the signature. So I broke it down by that and showed her, and she just said thank you. And then several days later, I get an email from her saying, I'm really upset. Now I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the email in front of me, but it was like she was upset. She said, I meant to buy your handbag, but I accidentally bought one from somebody else instead. And I went, how did she manage that? Yes, there are probably hundreds of Speedy handbags on eBay, but we communicated several times through email, so she could have went back to the email and clicked on the link from there, or she could have been a watcher on the handbag, and she may or may not have been one of the watchers, and then clicked on the link from the watcher site. Anyway, I'm like, well, alrighty then. So those are my eBay stories for the week. I have gone kind of a lot into that, but a lot of my chat videos lately are eBay stories. I know a lot of you, or at least some of you, have told me that you've subscribed to my channel from the other eBay videos that I did, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. So that's why I like to share these stories with you guys, because I think you may appreciate them. So I got my results back from my dermatology appointment. I don't have the Band-Aid on right now so you guys can see the spot. It is much bigger after the doctor took the biopsy, so it wasn't anywhere near this size. Anyway, so that's how small it was. And so I got the results on Wednesday. I got a call from the dermatologist office, and I was told it was a benign something. They told me what it was, but I'm bad with these medical terms. And I went, huh? Literally, I think that's what I said. And she's like, capillary. It was a benign, like, capillary. And I went, oh, I know what those are. And so she said, nothing to be worried about. Doctor's not concerned. You're fine. So I was very thankful about that. And I will tell you that in the past, a couple years ago, I probably would have been so stressed out until I heard back from the doctor's office. But over the course of time, with a lot of prayer and a lot of healing from the stress that and anxiety that I put myself under a lot of times. I wasn't really that concerned, so I was very thankful for growing up in the past couple years over really suffering from anxiety and stress over things that I can't control. So really, I wasn't even that concerned about it, and I kind of, I prayed about it, and I'm like, I prayed about it, I'm not going to worry about it, I'm going to wait on the results, and then whatever needs to be done at that point, we'll just handle it. And so, but thankfully, I'm just waiting on basically the scar to kind of heal up, and the scab, I mean, it's already scabbed over, but kind of waiting on that to go away. Eventually that will. So anyway, I'm very thankful for those results. Nothing to be worried about. I also went to the physical therapist this week for my plantar fasciitis. Now, at the point in time that I went, I'm really not experiencing any pain because I've had the shots recently. There is, I'm going to say on a scale of 1 to 10, sometimes I'm about a 1, maybe a 1.5 with my discomfort with the plantar fasciitis. That's all because of the shots that I got. Prior to getting the shots, I would put it at somewhere between a 5 to a 7, depending on the day. And Barbara, if you're watching this, I feel your pain. My friend Barbara is going through some of the same pain from plantar fasciitis as well. So anyway, I feel your pain, and I praying for you, and I hope you get better. I hope all this is cleared up soon for you. And anyway, I went to the physical therapist, so I'm going to be going twice a week. I said, well, how long do you think I need to go? And he said, maybe 8 weeks or so. Not really sure right now, but did some exercises there. I got some exercises to do at home, and so I'll be doing that roughly for 8 weeks. We'll see how it goes. I keep thinking I'm not really sure how well this is going to work for the short term, because I'm just not in any pain right now. The long term, that will be, time will tell in the long term, because if this does work, then I shouldn't get pain anymore. That is the goal when the effects of the shot a few months down the road wear off. Anyway, that is what happened with that. I have one more story to tell you, and then I'm going to show you the puppies and then end the video. So I will tell you, I ended up livid over this situation. I got a comment on YouTube. That's how it started. I was not angry over this comment. That's not what it started. I just wanted to throw that out there right now, but I will tell you how I ended up becoming, I should say, livid over this person, or because of this person. So I got a comment. It was from a guy. And basically, in a roundabout way, he was criticizing my outfit in one of my outfit videos, and he wanted to offer some constructive criticism. And that is fine if somebody wants to do that. I may or may not agree with that person, but this person implied that my clothing was making me look older, and I'm thinking, I know how old I am, and I'm like, well, how much older is this clothing making me look, or the outfits making me look? I'm like, I don't really think it's making me look older than I am, than I actually am, but that's just my opinion. He had a different opinion, and he says, I can show you, because I give, I've given my mom advice. I can give you some advice on what, on how, or outfits that I think you should pick. So, and I was like, I didn't want to be rude about it whatsoever. That is not who I am. I do not want to be rude to anybody. And I will admit some curiosity. I wanted to know what he thinks I should be wearing. And so I said, yeah, just go ahead and let me know. I said, oh, by the way, I'm actually 40 years old, so I'm not trying to dress like a teenager. And he didn't really comment on that. He just said, he said, oh, I wouldn't want you to dress like a teenager. My mom's in her 50s, and she looks good for her age. And then he gave me some items to look at. And I did look at the items he suggested and 100% rejected them all, because of the fact that every single thing he suggested would not even remotely fit my body type. I would look hideous in the outfits that he suggested. So on one hand, when somebody just watches one outfit video and thinks they know more than I do about what fits my body, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to put that there. But I will admit, I wasn't even remotely at that point upset at him. I was a little bit like, yeah, dude, you really don't know what you're talking about type thing. But other than that, I was like, whatever. But I something, it was like, call it intuition, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to see how he dressed, but his profile picture did not really show me very much. So I just went onto Facebook, and he had a name that I thought, you know what, that's not a really common name, so I may be able to find a Facebook page. And sure enough, I did. This is where I got livid, and I mean, I was so angry. And I looked at his photos. Now, I will say, in some of the photos, he dressed himself very nicely. Had no issue with the way with the outfits he picked for himself. Now, I will tell you, it was just kind of like from the chest up, so I really couldn't see a lot of detail in the photos. But I will say, you know, the clothing he picked for himself was not bad whatsoever. It was other photos that I saw that I got mad about. He was posting photos of other ladies, and I will tell you right now, they were Pentecostal ladies. That is the denomination that I belong to. And he was making fun of the way they were dressed. And I got so angry over this because, number one, you know, I may not like the way people choose outfits sometimes, and it can be no matter what religion they belong to. If they don't even belong to a religion whatsoever or denomination, I may not like what they wear. Everybody feels that way. You know, sometimes I don't even like my clothes. But I would never, ever, ever, ever post a photo on my Facebook page and make fun of somebody. I'm like, that is horrifying. And then to do it specifically because they belong to a certain type of church, I'm just like, that seems to me that's almost, I mean, it's bullying at the least. It's very hateful. Now, I will say he did mark out their faces or obscure their faces so you couldn't see who the person was. At least he did that. But I'm just like, just to make fun of these ladies for what they were wearing, I mean, like, at that point, I realized what a hateful person this person was. And at that point, you know, I don't even respect you whatsoever. I don't expect that he watches my videos. I think somehow he just stumbled upon one of mine. And I honestly believe that he was looking for other Pentecostal ladies to potentially look for photos or videos of these people to post on his Facebook page to make fun of. That is my 100% belief. He didn't say that, but that is how I feel about it. And I was horrified at this person. And I will tell you, I don't want him to ever come back over to my channel. He is not welcome here. And let me tell you, I usually welcome everybody on my channel. That's not to say that I haven't blocked some people in the past because of their behavior on my channel. But regardless of anybody, their race, their creed, their religion, they are welcome to watch my videos. I don't mind. It's only when their behavior acts like that or some sort of horrible behavior that they are no longer welcome. And this guy is not welcome on my channel whatsoever. And so it made me just so angry. And I hope the rest of you guys can get where I'm coming from with my being angry about it, because I'm like, how dare anybody ever make fun of somebody for whatever reason? It's just horrific behavior. And that's why I got angry this week. And normally I'm not, you know, happy-go-lucky type of person. I'm usually in a good mood, but that upset me. So I just wanted to share that story with you guys this week. Let me go ahead and get the puppy so we can end on a happy note, and I will go ahead and end the video. I'm back with the puppies, and here's Coco, and this is a constant situation we're always in, is their ears get turned over, and then I'm constantly trying to fix their ears, but they don't cooperate too well. But Coco's doing really, really, really well today and this week. Let me show you Chanel. Oh, she just got me right in the mouth. I love puppy hugs, but puppy kisses not so much. Here is Chanel, and she's doing really, really well. If it quits raining today, then I may take them to the park later, trying to get them more used to it going out. And they do love going outside. They're still a little bit afraid. Coco especially is afraid of vehicles. She gets so scared whenever she sees a car or a truck, just anything. So she's a little bit timid, and it's so funny because she's like the dominant of the two. but she's kind of my scaredy cat. But they're doing really, really well. They will have their surgery on Monday, so I'll talk more about that in next week's chat. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, guys.